Yeah, that's right. I said Christ. I see Christ in you. You're my brother. I see Christ in you, bro.
I esteem all my bros to be better than me. Truth be told, truth be told, this is what we must do to avoid envy. Truth be told, truth be told, and blacks and Hispanics are family. Truth be told, truth be told, I just pray you see Christ when you see me. Truth be told, truth be told.
Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ blesses. Captain Matthew here with Truth Be Told Radio Show. We need you all to like, share, subscribe. Also, get down in the comment section and put your comments in there. Show our people what time it is. Shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom, fam. Most High in Christ bless. Officer Phineas here. IUIC-DC. You are now tuned into Truth Be Told.
Christ. Yeah, that's right. I said Christ. I see Christ in you. You're my
Hey, so you say you want the truth, why here it go? Why they mad? We the messengers of hope. If you ain't gotta get a clue, you better know. Most High rockin' with it, see the way it go. So you say you want the truth, why here it go? Why they mad? We the messengers of hope. If you ain't gotta get a clue, you better know. Most High rockin' with it, see the way it go.
Can you tell me what's the truth? Ay, I don't need your words, I need proof. Ay, Babylon gon' burn when them nukes hit. They been lying to us too. Ay, now we prophesy to the youth. They been hating, I've been waiting to see Zion back recruit. Ay, truth be told, the recompense you owe me. Every day I battle with the old me. You done do forever what you told me. I done see some change.
So you say you want the truth, why here it go? Why they mad? We the messengers of hope. If you ain't gotta get a clue, you better know. Most High rockin' with it, see the way it go. Here it go like.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Most High in Christ bless. Happy New Moon. Happy New Year. All praise to the Most High. Class was fire last night. Shout out to DJ Malachi. Brought that fire, gave that understanding. You know, that's why we got to make sure we examine ourselves during this time of year. But before we get into that, I'm your host, Captain Matthew. And to my right,
Officer Phineas. Officer Phineas.
Soldier Pagiel.
to my left,
Officer Mendel.
Officer Micah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we are actually in the Most High's New Year. Understand that thing. All praise to the Most High. So y'all know what time it is this year. We got Passover coming up here in a few days. You know, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All praise to the Most High. So,
All praises.
you know, brothers is most certainly excited about that. And the Most High is doing a marvelous work, man. The understanding that's coming out, the edification that's going out, man. Y'all got anything takeaways from this weekend, yesterday? Before we get
Bishop's
into it?
class, man, that thing was fire. You know what I mean? That was a class right there. So the understanding, the bars being raised,
Yes.
you see that continually. And then, like you said, Deacon Malachi last night, you know, bringing out that fire class. So, you know, yeah, man. I mean, what else can you add to that?
Nothing, man. You know, hopefully, brothers and sisters watching online, y'all should be able to see, you know, the Most High, the spirit of the Most High on the prophets, man. You've seen this understanding that's coming out, the organization, the direction, the government that's being established, man. So all praises, man.
That's right.
All praises, man. We got anything from any weekly recaps that we want to run here? Yeah, post a picture up. Yeah, so this is a photo right here. With the brothers and sisters up in Harrisburg, they gather. So the owner of the building actually put that thing out there, man, when the brothers show up, you know, when they show the gather up there in Harrisburg, man. So all praise to the Most High, man. Lord giving us favor, man. got to be able to see the Lord has given us favor.
Yeah, the brothers put that up out of the blue.
Yeah,
you know,
out of nowhere.
Yeah, just put that up out of the blue because it's not our building, but he put that up in the building, just showing you the, you know, the impact that people have and just showing up.
Yeah, the positive
places.
impact that brothers
impact.
having in the area, man. So all praises to the Most High. All praise to the Most High.
We be on the road. Everybody know we going on right. We be on the road. We be on the road. Everybody know.
Did you read 1 Corinthians 11:19?
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 19. For there must be also heresies among you.
Why?
That they which are approved.
God got to prove. He got to test everybody in here. Read it again.
For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you.
So those men and women that lasted through 2018, we can look at them and say, okay, he's approved. He was here. She was here. They didn't budge. There wasn't a reed shaking in the wind. But guess what? The party ain't over. It's going to happen again.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 36. Thou fool,
That's
that
it,
which
that's
thou
it,
sowest
that's it.
is not quickened except it die. And that which thou
So
sowest.
quicken means transform, change. He said you have to die first. You must die. That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
And that which
Now,
thou
I know definitely some black people don't like to talk about. But he's saying, he's letting us know that is one of the doorways to stand before him. And the death he's talking about is not, I'm an adulterer and I had a heart attack and died. He's not talking about that. You're going to get condemnation. He's talking about being a martyr or dying in this truth. Read again.
And that which thou sowest not that body that shall be, but bare grain. It may chance of wheat or of some other grain.
Put it on the screen, Elisha. So he uses a grain, a seed. You put the seed in the ground and it starts to grow, right? Then you see the husk, the body. You see the shell is dead. It's on the ground, right? Yes.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 14.
Now this is Solomon, but it's also mainly talking about Christ when the kingdom is set up. Watch this.
I shall set the people in order.
Read it again.
I shall set the people in order.
One more time.
I shall set the people in order.
Ain't gonna be no black confusion. Christ said, I'm gonna set the people in order. And that's another thing. Don't worry about the tribes so much. Some of y'all be strong. I don't know who my daddy is. I don't know if I'm this strong. Don't worry about that. Christ said, I'm going to set the people in order. What if you got it wrong? What if that brother's not Benjamin? What if he's Judah? What if we're wrong? Guess who's going to set it in order? Christ is going to set it in order. The King of Kings will set everything in order. So what you mad for? What the hell is this? I don't know what's wrong with people. Yes.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 14.
Now this is Solomon, but it's also mainly talking about Christ when the kingdom is set up. Watch this.
I shall set the people in order.
Read it again.
I shall set the people in order.
Man, there was a lot of gems, man. A lot of gems that got dropped, man.
That was a great class. Even when Bishop broke down the seed, turning into, and you trained that about the parable about that being your body, like this is the seed. Your body on the earth is the seed. It's earthly.
That's right.
And then the plant is your terrestrial body. That thing right there, bro, that goes over a lot of heads, bro, man. That thing right there was, that breakdown was made, he made it simple.
Right. Clear as day, man, how that thing is sown in corruption, raised in immortality, man. This thing, that's why it's important that we keep the commandments of God, man, because we want that immortal body. But man, we're gonna get into it because we got some things going on out here in the world, man. So let's go ahead and pull up that first thing in the world news real quick.
So this is the bridge, if y'all not aware, what happened up in Baltimore. So where the barge ran into the bridge, and it's a major port from what I understand, where like a lot of goods and stuff.
Yep, a lot of commerce go through there.
A lot of commerce going through.
That's at the and that's at the gate of it. That's at the beginning of it. So it actually cuts off. It cuts off ships from getting to all of the major ports in the city.
Yeah, let's get that video.
Play that other video with the audio. Play the other video with the audio.
That was the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Yeah.
Right, they're not the best. They're de minimis crews. Ships that size, they got, I remember, I think back when I was there, 10, 12-man crews. I think they've made them have bigger now, 20, 25. Not the most experience. And particularly when something happens, have been known to panic. But you have pilots. When you're in close quarters like that, you have pilots. But the key is that you have redundancy in your systems. And the systems are all up at the time. You have backup generators. You have backup propulsion. You actually you should be able to do hand propulsion if you have to. You have backup just so you don't crash into another ship or run aground or, run into the bridge, particularly the main part of the bridge. How the ship turned directly in that, and the pilot didn't drop the anchor. Now drop the when they lost power, drop the anchor. Now the anchor dropping that anchor might have ripped the front of the ship apart. It might have, but you wouldn't have taken out the bridge and you wouldn't have killed the people on the bridge. It just doesn't make sense.
So this is the aftermath of the bridge collapse here in Baltimore, right? Not too far from here. What is probably about 35 minutes from where we are right now. We actually got members of the body that crossed that bridge to come to the school. So right now we're going to show you the actual crash of the bridge, and then we're going to get into the get into a few scriptures here.
And it's foggy. You can't see to the.
All right, so this is right afterwards too. You see the bridge sitting on the boat right there.
Because it collapsed during the nighttime. This is the after it collapsed right onto the ship. Yeah, I sent over a picture too. I sent over a picture showing the location of the bridge and all of the ports that it actually is blocking since it collapsed. So see if y'all can pull that up real quick. And then see if y'all can put that other video up too that actually shows the collapse, because it actually happened last night around I think it was between 1 and 3, between 1 and 3 p.m. I mean in the evening, a.m.
So you got to think they got to clean that whole thing out before they can have any more ships come through there.
Yep.
So that's a major port right there that bring a lot of materials, a lot of supplies in, and various things like that.
Yeah.
Put up the next picture.
We got the one of it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
there we go.
This is when it actually happened. As you can see, it's traffic going. It's actual traffic going through, and there's the ship coming in. So this is one of those big tanker ships, the ones that carry the cargo. And you see it's traffic going across the bridge, and it was construction also being done. Yeah. So they lost power. The ship had lost power and went right into the pillar.
Yeah, I was listening to somebody earlier talk about that. They said when they lose power, see how the lights came on?
Yeah.
They said that's a backup generator. You understand that? That was a backup generator because the ship light's supposed to be off.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that backup generator kicks on, the only thing you're supposed to be able to see is that beacon. But when that backup generator comes on, that's what makes the ship light up. So they lost power. You know what I mean? That's what we're saying. But that's it. That's okay.
It.
So
put up the map showing the location of the bridge and how many ports it blocked. So right there where the red X is, that is the location of the bridge that was hit. So you see all of those ports, major ports that support the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area with goods leaving, going to and from. So it was a major impact on the area. I know there's a lot of talk whether it's a terrorist attack or whether it's just an accident. But, you got some, Officer Michael?
Yeah, get me really quick Psalms 119 and 59. I That's where I want to start it. Yeah, 59. Yep. Because a lot of those people, unfortunately, I think there were about 5 or 6 casualties on the bridge.
Those were
still 6 people missing.
Those are construction workers, but from what I understand, they think it's up to 7 cars under the water. So they got cars in there too, from what I'm understanding.
And all praise to the Lord that no one from the congregation was affected by this event, because like Captain was saying earlier, and I also was saying earlier, a lot of our people, congregation members, they travel back and forth across that bridge. So they can go around now, but they normally travel that route. So all praise to the Lord.
Especially at the time that it went down, because we were actually in the new moon.
We was leaving the school.
All praises that the class ran over and we stayed behind. Nobody was on the bridge from the body. Because I think the bridge actually went down at like 1 a.m., something like that.
You get verse 59, because none of us know like when our end is going to be, or when we're going to die or leave this earth. So we got to make sure that we're constantly moving in the Spirit.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119. Psalm chapter 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies.
Let's see what he did.
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
And delayed not to keep my commandments, because all praise to the Most High, none of us were on that bridge, but any one of us could have been driving on that bridge when it got hit. So we got to make haste to whatever sins we're battling, whatever commandments we're not keeping. We got to do those things today, yesterday, because we don't know when the end is going to be, and you don't want to die in your sin. And unfortunately, some of those men who died in that bridge weren't in the body, so we don't know if they're going to come back or what's going to happen with their souls, but they weren't in the truth. So we want to make sure when we leave this earth, we leave in righteousness, not living in wickedness and part of the world.
And also, I want to get something, because a lot of our people, we trust in Babylon. We think Babylon's going to be here forever. But the Lord is behind everything, you know what I mean? So he can, God, he makes the engine fail. He the one that brought the bridge down, people on the bridge and stuff like that. I want to get to Isaiah 30 and 1. We're going to read down. Let's get that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
Because now what are we looking to? We looking at politics, because things has gotten so bad. We looking at Trump. We looking at Biden. You know, that's where our trust is always. We don't ever want to come back to the Bible and come back to God's laws. Keep reading.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
That's because at the end of the day, they don't want to keep the laws. They want to keep sinning. You understand?
Because their covering is what? Politics. Their covering is Christianity.
Finance.
You know, finances.
Education.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's their covering.
Schools built. Keep reading.
That walk to go down into Egypt.
So Egypt is, in this regard, just talk about here in the United States. They go down, they want to go to Washington, go to the Capitol, run for office.
Kamala Harris.
Even the churches, they had Joe Biden shuffling his feet up in the church. You know, they believe, they trust in the oppressor. Keep reading.
And have not asked at my mouth.
They won't go to the Lord because, you know, God don't hear sinners. So if you ain't trying to keep the commandments, you ain't asking at the Lord's mouth anyway. Read.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
So what is that talking about? That's going into the strength of Pharaoh. That's talking about your political leaders, your religious leaders, or even your intellectuals, like what Deacon Malachi was bringing out on the Raven and Wolves. He was talking about how they, these intellectuals, they rely on their intellect, thinking they can fix the problems, but God is not dealing with that. Keep reading.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
See that? So now we have an incident like this. Like the Lord, he's the one that orchestrated that. He's behind that. And that's just a small thing that he could do. You understand that? Bringing down a bridge, how easy that happened. That was the Lord that was behind that. And we got to keep that in mind. We can't put our trust in this place. This whole place is in the midst of collapse. If you look at the infrastructure, the decadence, even the roads, like we went up to Philly, and it felt like I was on a Baja. It was so many potholes in the road. That joke was crazy. Like, if you go to a place like Dubai, you don't see no potholes. You look at the infrastructure there. So this is just the way that the country, the infrastructure of the country is collapsing. It's in decline.
that's a good point. You got something, also?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just want to touch real quick on what Officer Mandel was saying about trusting in politics, and I guess Sirach 9 and 11, and about we want to be, because every time we want to trust them intellectuals, they want to say we got to get money like them, we got to get infrastructure like them, we got to have organizations like them. But let's see what the Bible says about that, about wanting to be like these other nations or like some of our own people who are in the world.
The book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
So we shouldn't be envying the customs or the ways of these heathen nations or our people that follow these customs. Why?
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
So we don't know what the end is going to be, but according to the scriptures, if they don't repent from their ways is going to be death. So we got to follow what the Bible says, because the promises we have in Romans 9 and 4 is way greater than anything they have on this earth. Keep reading.
Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
So we shouldn't be delighting in politics, democracy, Catholicism. I'm a Republican, I'm conservative, I'm a liberal, I'm this, I'm that. Keep reading.
But remember,
the things that they have pleasure in,
they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
Because they're not following after Christ and the commandments. They're following after these worldly things, these floods that are set up by the deceiver.
Hey, also to continue with what Officer Mandel was saying about the decadence and the decline of this kingdom, put up that next video about San Diego, California. Put that next video up real quick. Put it up. Y'all got it?
San Diego has always been one of the most beautiful places in the world. Very clean, very friendly, very safe. And now if you try to go to downtown San Diego, you have to walk through miles and miles of encampments that are worse than Bangladesh. Trash everywhere, people using drugs in the open air, people defecating and urinating on the street. You'd take your life in your hands if you had to walk a mile down in downtown San Diego. And we're having situations where people are being assaulted. There's all kinds of problems with that. There's no reason to live that way. This is a political ideology. This is a decision that homelessness should be acceptable. And frankly, California has passed laws that have made it almost impossible for cities to do any kind of enforcement. They've really basically said to the people throughout the country, come to California and be homeless. We'll give you lots of benefits, lots of money, and we won't bother you. You can do drugs on the street. You can steal up to $950 a day without being arrested. You can be violent without being arrested. California has become a much, much worse place. San Diego has always been one of the most beautiful places in the world. Very clean, very friendly.
Damn, man. Y'all see how far that place is falling? But it go to the point you were saying, dealing with the infrastructure in this country, is this thing is just totally decaying and crumbling, just like the moral standards, the decadence as well.
You heard about the laws where they allowing people to steal and things like that?
Up to $950.
And, I was just making a comparison because if you look at the United States today and you look at a country like Dubai, because that's pretty much like the top country.
Right.
And America's supposed to be the greatest country on earth, right? Mm-hmm. Supposed to be. I mean, according to the Bible, we know it is, but it's. Well, I'm
in
talking
wickedness.
about and wickedness and all of that, and power and everything.
Right.
So we're not saying that, but we're saying if you look at the infrastructure of that country, and then even the crime and stuff, you don't have people can steal up to $900 over there. Remember the lady got loud with one of them Ishmaelites. The trucker lady that went over there and they locked her up. You can't even. Look at the stuff that go on in this country.
Right.
Like, they don't tolerate that stuff over there.
Man, it got so bad out there, especially in California, they actually got people eating people on the streets. Oh, yeah, let's get that. Roll like that TMZ clip, man. Say? We ain't lying.
Hey, ¿te la estás comiendo?
That is a human leg that he's holding there. So he's literally eating a human leg on the side of the street.
Come on, man.
We ain't seen nothing yet because wait till the effects of this famine and everything kick in, and people realize, it's starting to creep up now where you can't afford groceries.
Right.
And they got all of these. I'm just going to use the term immigrants because I don't know the proper political term. They got 15 million people that came in this country in less than 3 years with the border. They're allowing this thing to happen. We talked about this before. And all these people getting debit cards and things like that to sustain them, and cell phones, and they got them in hotels. And from what people are saying, I don't know if it's true, but they're saying that they're going to just all of a sudden stop the payments. So you got 15 million people that's not going to no longer have no way of
feeding themselves.
Yeah, and stuff like that. At some point, that's got to stop. So what are all of them people going to do in this country? You got Chinese, you got you got Ishmael up here. You think Ishmael ain't going to eat?
Nah, Ishmael ain't going for that. But, man, we got any more clips from the world news we want to play before we move on to the next segment?
Yeah, Russia.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, cover that. Let's pull that up. All right, so as y'all know, what happened in Moscow, they had an attack. I think over 100 people got killed in that attack. 140. Go ahead, roll that real quick. So this is the live footage that took place there. You saw the gunman through on the other side of the door shooting. So, and y'all could drop that. And they claim that ISIS took responsibility for it. So, and it's a funny thing that ISIS always attacks the enemies of America. And Israel. Yeah. So, you know, what does ISIS stand? What do they say it stand for?
Yeah, something Islamic State.
Islamic State.
It should be USA instead of ISIS, because that's who's behind it.
Israeli Secret Intelligence Service is probably what it stands for. Really.
Yeah. It's really United States.
No, it is. It is. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if we can play this real quick. And to prove it, because people say, well, these guys are just making things up. That's not the U.S. Okay. We're going to see. I'm going to send something over here, and I want y'all to play this.
Hey, I've never seen a terrorist group that had 8K execution footage before.
Right.
So, I mean,
damn.
Somebody got to be backing them. They had 4 or 5 different camera angles. They had B-roll. They had the people getting mic'd up in that joint.
Right.
Dropping Rebel on them. That joint was crazy.
And not only that, remember, a lot of people are saying, and they see it suspicious, how they got into that area of Russia without being detected.
They ain't get out, though. That's for sure.
They definitely ain't get out.
So
they definitely didn't get out.
ISIS supposedly stands for, ISIS is Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, and they're also known as ISIL, Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant.
Right. Hey, I posted in the world news. Let's see if we can roll this. Let's see who's training and funding them. Maybe, you know, we just making things up.
Yeah. Is it still downloading, or we good? We good. Here we go.
The additional steps I ordered last month were speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes in Anbar province. We're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes in Anbar province.
Yeah, so I'm going to explain this, because a lot of people don't understand what's going on or what's said there. United States trains up these enemies to have them go into other countries, overthrow other countries. That gives them the excuse to go in and save them. So they create the enemy to come in to destroy your country, and then use that same enemy to come in and actually be able to bring, give a reason for the United States to bring their military in there.
Right. Like, remember Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
He was a CIA informant.
That was the reason why, that's one of the biggest reasons why they was really pissed at Trump, because they spent a lot of money on ISIS. Remember, they was fighting ISIS for what, like 12 years or whatever it was?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that, because they make a lot of money off those contracts, those military contracts and stuff like that. And then Trump came in there and actually destroyed ISIS in like 2 months.
Right.
And ended the war.
And that's why this place, everybody knows what's going on. Like, give me Isaiah 47. Watch this. Because all the stuff, them operating in the dark and in the clandestine, all this stuff is being revealed. People looking like, hold on. ISIS is always attacking, coincidentally attacking the enemies of America. People looking at the bridge collapse like, hold on, this thing had 10 generators on there. They got multiple redundancy systems. How does it knock the bridge over? Now they can't get any cargo in and out. You know, like read that, man. Let's read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1.
Come on.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
So this is talking about America. Come on.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne. O
There's
daughter,
what?
There is no throne.
Meaning this place, this thing ain't going to be ruling over the kingdoms of the earth anytime soon. Coming up in the future near you. Come on.
O daughter of the Chaldees. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Come on.
Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the legs.
So this thing is, you got a sisters wore long dress. This also will cut let you know that the sisters wore dresses. But said make bare the leg, meaning what? The skirt is being pulled up. Come on.
Uncover the thigh.
Now, so it goes up to the knee. Now the thigh's being showed. Come on.
Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
So it says, as a woman that passed over the river got to lift up her dress, so was the nakedness of America being revealed. Everybody looking like, damn, this place is behind all the evils. This place is wicked as hell. Come on.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. And I will not meet thee as a man.
That's when Christ come back. He not coming back as the man they put up on the cross. He coming back with that power to destroy. So make no mistake about it. These things that they're doing, the Lord is revealing all that. Give me Luke 12. And also this goes for us as well. We can't do no secret thing. Understand that thing. The Lord is revealing the evil, man. Read Luke 12 and 2.
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 2.
Matter of fact, start at verse 1 because we coming up here on the Passover.
Luke, chapter 12, verse 1.
Come on.
In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, insomuch that they trode one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees.
He said, he's talking to his disciples, his followers. He said, be ye aware of the what?
Beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy.
We can't be hypocrites. We can't go out there. We teaching the truth. We showing our family members, sending them videos. And then meanwhile, back at the ranch, we living like niggas. We got to be aware. That's the same thing that the scribes and Pharisees, they was teaching the law, but they wasn't keeping it. Come on.
For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed.
So that goes for us, also for the so-called white man. All his stuff coming out. All his evils coming out. Now the spotlight on Hollywood and all the wickedness. This thing is getting crazy. Come on.
Neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken.
That's good. That's good. I just wanted to show, according to the scriptures, no evil deed is those things coming to the light, man. They sitting back thinking they still planning these missions and people don't know who it is. The gig is up. Is that what they say?
This is
or the
war.
jig is up? Come on.
This is war.
Right.
Jig is up. Jig is up.
Right. So what we got next? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is one of our favorite segments right here. That Bama got cut. Which one?
The Lord made us all a separate for everything. Nobody out here the same. If I want to hear where I'm supposed to be right now, God made me like this. He knew my thought before I knew my thought. God made me like this.
Okay. Now,
Right.
let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 7.
Bring it out.
So you said, so now we're not bashing you, bro. We're going to read what the scriptures say.
Stop with that bruh stuff.
So what is your name?
B. My name is B.
I, B. We're
Bring it
going
out.
to read. A lot of our people have that notion in their mind that God made our people that way. No, we were taught to be that way. Right. Because of what's been pushed on TV and in society, we were taught to be, whenever we go and men on men, women on women, that is not how we're born. Right. God don't make no mistake and make a man that want to be a woman. That means God is wrong. That would mean God is wrong.
God is never wrong.
So all praise, so he made you a man. He wasn't wrong when he did that. Go ahead.
Okay, no,
No, just only.
The Lord made us all a separate for everything.
Oh, man. Let's get that. Get Ecclesiastes 7, man. Get that. 'Cause
that Bama got cut.
Yes. He come up there talking about, I was made this and made that, born this way. Okay.
Hey, I hope he didn't cut too much, though.
I tell you what.
My nigga,
But
that's
this
a
was
man.
going to cut right here. Get that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 29. Lo, this only have I found.
Come on.
That God hath made man upright.
God did what?
Have made man upright.
You was born a man, brother. You a man. Come on, watch this.
But they have sought out many inventions.
The many inventions going also includes transgenderism. Brother, God made you a man. Brother, you got to walk as a man. That brother got cut. I was born this way. He gonna say God make no mistakes, but I want to be a woman. That brother got cut. Give me what I want. Shout out to Officer Aiton too.
Sir, the book of
Dealing
Hosea.
with that. Watch this.
Chapter 6, verse 5.
Come on.
Therefore have I healed them by the prophets.
So the brother come up there and got cut down by the prophets. You're not a woman. You are a man. Come on.
I have slain them by the words of my mouth. And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth.
The judgment is God made man upright. That is crystal clear. Clear as day. Man, that Bama got cut, man. Try again, brother. Try again.
That's right.
So now, all praise. Y'all know what we got next, man. Let's go ahead and roll that thing. Let's roll into the next segment. That good old music video of the week.
And the meek shall inherit the earth. So I'm gonna speak for him first. And the meek shall inherit the earth. So I'm gonna speak to him first. Running your mouth against me. Yeah, yeah. mountain, keep walking around it. I don't know what you think that you was doing, talking to my servant Moses. He's the chosen, but he still don't pray for you still. Cause he's the meekest. And the meek shall inherit the earth. So I'm gonna speak for him first. And the meek shall inherit the earth. So I'm gonna speak for him first. Oh, you've been running your mouth against me. You've been running your mouth against me. You keep running your mouth. The meek shall inherit the earth. So I'm gonna speak for him first. The meek shall inherit the earth. So I'm gonna speak for him first. Yeah, yeah. You've been running your mouth against me.
Were you not afraid to speak against Moses?
Blessed is he I read. When I be going through some things, you know I read. When I be going through my trials, you know I read. Do run me, be careful me, I read. Blessed is he, blessed is he I read. When I be going through some things, you know I read.
before we start, put it back on us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Put it back on us real quick. Yes, sir. Shout out to Officer Abadan, man. We was out there in Philly this week in the hospitality, the school expansion.
We had a great time.
Man, that thing was off the chain.
Great time. Shout out to the Officer LaQuark.
Yes, sir.
Officer Haim. Officer Jez.
Yeah. Officer Mishael, man. Officer Ephraim.
Yes, sir.
You know, Chief Ephraim in the building up in there, man. So all praise to the most. Right.
Officer Haim.
So it was good seeing the brothers, man. Brothers been battling, man. Brothers been up there labor, some veterans in the game up there, man. So all praise to the Most High, man. Brothers doing a good work. Like I said, I love the renovation and expansion of the school too, man. That thing was off the chain, man. And they really putting the brotherly love back in Philly. So all praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High.
That's the real sanctuary.
We'll be remiss without giving them brothers they props on that, man. The Spirit of the Lord is on them brothers. So you brothers keep it up, man. Love them brothers up there, man. Good brothers, good brothers. But now, go ahead, Officer Mike, because this thing right on time up in here. You go ahead and bring that out.
Yes, sir. So coming up on Sunday, we got everybody's favorite pagan holiday, Easter, Ishtar. Damn, so we're going to read in this book. Read the title for me, please, soldier.
This is the pagan origins.
The what?
The pagan origins.
Of what?
Of Christian holidays.
Okay. Let's see what the book says.
Damn. Chapter 6, Easter. Easter is perhaps the most prominent festival in the Christian religion. It's a movable feast that occurs on the Sunday after the vernal equinox.
So they do it during the spring equinox.
According to Christian tradition, Easter Sunday is the festival that commemorates the resurrection of Christ on the third day.
That's what they say, but jump to the next page where it says Sunday.
Yes, sir. Sunday, first Sunday, day of the S-U-N.
So day of the S-U-N.
Not the S-O-N.
So it's a day of giving homage to Tammuz, the pagan Messiah, the sun god, not the son of the Lord, not Jesus Christ. Keep reading.
Christ could not have possibly been crucified on Friday and resurrected on Sunday. The only sign that Jesus gave to indicate that he was indeed the Christ was that he would be in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights.
And my math ain't the best, but Friday night to Sunday morning sunrise isn't 3 days and 3 nights.
Just like that, the justification for celebrating the most important holiday in the Christian faith is disproven.
Of this what?
The word.
No. All right, jump down to the word. Yep, jump.
The word Easter actually derives from the Anglo-Saxon goddess Eostri.
Eostri, she is what?
She is identified with the Babylonian fertility goddess Ishtar.
So Easter goes back to Babylonian worship, to Semiramis, to Ishtar, to Astarte, to what she was called, Frigg, Freya. All those female deities from all those different religions goes back to Babylonia. Now jump to. Oh, we can get it. Yes, sir. Yeah, let's read it.
Sexual rituals in honor of Ishtar.
Yep.
In Babylon, like many other ancient pagan cultures, human sexuality was associated with fertility in nature.
And Ishtar is a fertility goddess.
Temples were erected in Ishtar's honor, and sexual ritualism was associated with the worship of her.
Now sounds Christ-like to me. Keep reading.
Some scholars attest that each year, around the time of the spring equinox, the marriage of Ishtar and her consort Tammuz.
And Tammuz was her son, which she made her husband because they were trying to bring Nimrod back to life.
Was reenacted.
That's very nasty.
This ceremony consisted of a sexual ritual between the king of Babylon and the high priestess of Babylon.
So they made members of this thing every year.
It was believed that this union would ensure plentiful crops. Sacred prostitution was also practiced in honor of Ishtar. Herodotus describes this lascivious act as follows.
Read.
The foulest Babylonian custom.
The foulest.
Is that which compels every woman of the land to sit in the temple of Aphrodite.
And what does she do?
Or Ishtar. And have intercourse with some stranger once in her life.
Keep reading.
Many
women. They all had to do this. This is where your Easter comes from.
Many women who are rich and proud and disdain to mingle with the rest drive to the temple in covered carriages drawn by teams.
Jump down to once a woman takes her place.
What did you say?
Once a woman has taken her place there, she does go away to her home before. She does not go away to her home before some stranger has cast money into her lap. Some stranger has cast money into her lap and had intercourse with her outside the temple.
So she can't go nowhere until some bama throws her some shekels and she has sex with him.
But while he casts the money, he must say, I invite you in the name of my leader.
That's the mantra they got to say.
It does not matter what the sum of money is.
So it don't matter how much he's getting paid, whether it's 1 shekel or 200 shekels. So that's your 1 cent, $40 hoe.
The woman will never refuse, for that would be a sin.
So that would be a sin back then for her not to have sex with some random stranger.
The money being by this act made sacred. So she follows the first man who cast it and rejects no one.
Damn.
After their intercourse, having discharged her sacred duty to the goddess, she goes away to her home. And thereafter, there is no bribe, however great, that will get her. So then the women that are fair and tall are soon free to depart.
So the one who are so-called beautiful.
But the uncomely have long to wait.
Damn. So how long did some of these busted sisters have to wait?
Because they cannot fulfill the law.
They couldn't fulfill the law by having sex with a stranger.
For some of them remain for 3 years or 4.
Damn. So just like Ceramicus, she supposedly had sex with Tammuz during the spring equinox, and a child was born on December 25th. So the same sisters that did this at the temple, they had to sacrifice their children as well on December 25th. Okay, you got something?
Right, yeah. Give me, I'm going to read this real quick. The goddess Diana reigns over nature, fertility, and childbirth. So that's the same spirit. Give me Acts 19. I'm going to show you something. We're going to show you something here that what we read in the scriptures is very relevant to today. We're going to show you back then and also today. Read Acts 19, start at verse 24. We're going to jump.
The book of Acts, chapter 19, verse 24.
Come on.
So a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain into the craftsmen.
So when you look at all the Easter bunnies they rolling out, the candy and all that, they getting paid. It's the same thing. Jump down to 27.
Verse 27. So that not only this our craft is in danger to
The reason why I was in danger because Paul was out there rebuking the evil like we do. Come on.
So that not only this our craft is in danger.
So that lets you know if you're a prophet of God, you're going to be disrupting idols, idolatry, wickedness. This truth, you're going to be messing with people's money. I'm going to tell you straight. Right. That's why you think Christ flipped over the money changers, man. The tables. Watch this. Come on.
To be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed.
Come on.
Whom all Asia and the world worshipeth.
So to whom all Asia and the world worship. Now let's go to 1 Timothy. What does that got to do with anything? Because we read about the sexual exploits of those in the temple. Our people was following that custom back in the day. So now, because people, when we pull this out on the street, like, why are they reading this and why is that in the Bible? We're going to show you why this passage is in the Bible. 1 Timothy 2 and 9.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9.
Come on.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
That women do what?
Adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So when you look at the dress code, if we could pull it up, I should have sent over the image, but though we have sisters that was coming in following and living or worshiping Diana, they used to have the female togas on. They used to have one of their breasts out or both of them out. Read it again.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Because they was following after Diana, the fertility goddess.
Hold on, I was going to say, they do that in the Christian church?
Yeah, they do that in the Christian church with their breast out. Come on.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
Come on.
Not with braided hair.
So it says with shamefacedness, because what we pulled out in the history is some of them used to sit up in the temple and wait for somebody to throw some money at them, so they'd be giving the brothers the sex face.
The hell is this?
So they had to come out of that. Come on.
And sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
The reason why they was dressed like that, as we read, because when the man came into the temple of Diana or whatever, or that custom back in the day, they had to be dressed a certain way.
Yep.
They was prostituting. So that ancient Babylonian custom, the Romans took and said, we're going to call that Diana. Yep. And our people was following that. That's why we read what we read in Timothy here about the sisters got to dress modestly because they were coming out of that. So that's it on that. We want to make sure we just connect everything so people are not confused.
Can I read one more part really quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is page 48. I'm going to read it real quick. It says, Easter was not celebrated by early Christians. Easter in relation to Christ was not celebrated until several hundred years after his death. It was common practice of the Catholic Church to overtake the pagan days and rites in order to lure pagans in. The pagan Sunday was transformed into the Christian Sunday. Sunday and Easter are identical because Sundays, from the Catholic perspective, are simply the reoccurrence of Easter. The obvious problem with such a position is that stamping the name of Jesus on a pagan day does not in reality make the day Christian. On the contrary, those who observe Easter are simply continuing the pagan customs of antiquity.
Damn, all them Bamas got cut. So you sitting up in there on Sunday, you just continuing on the pagan customs. That's all it is.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Damn. That's why you got to search the scriptures, man. And that's how you know the providence of the Most High God on this earth.
We in this building.
That's right. That's right. So now, man, what we got? What's the next segment? Oh, man. Get your man.
Where we be at when you see us, we gon' ride. We'll pull up where you be at, hit the streets and bring it.
Northern Kingdom again with the Bulls.
Beta. What? You got rid of the hose?
OG's in the breakdancing contest in the mall.
I think that's Coach's cousin right here in the white shirt.
Right.
You got a shit? You got a shit? You ain't shit to me.
Hit my man with the sprinkler.
You gonna stop falling back when you need. Because that move's getting old, man.
Sometimes you gotta know when to let it go.
Boy, you can't do this on concrete.
Hey, man.
Hey, bro, he stuck that landing for sure.
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta know when to let it go.
Yeah.
That thing said bloop.
The only saving was his cue ball.
Damn. Oh, man. So now put that back up. Put that back up. So now the title of the show is Did He Do It? Did he do it?
Did he do it? Hey, look, we don't really know. We don't really know what the brother did. We can't say, this is our brother. We don't know what the brother did or whatever. But one thing we do know is that we get treated way different than Esau.
Right.
That's one thing we do know. We want to get the rabbi up there and how they went after the rabbi compared to Diddy, or we want to run Diddy first. What do we want to do?
Exactly, because that rabbi, he had a smile on his face.
That rabbi, I saw a video of him twerking on little kids at a yeah, the Jewish guy.
Come on, man. You can't be dropping nothing like that without the video,
My
man.
fault, man. I'm about to find this on Twitter. Hold up.
Let's go ahead and run Diddy.
Run Diddy.
I'm about to get it.
And for more on this investigation, let's bring in former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker. Chris, great to have you on the show. I mean, the big headline there is kind of what we want to get into you with, because it is now been confirmed this is a sex trafficking case, but Sean Combs is not the target. Boy, he sure looks like the target, though, Chris. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, apparently HSI is leaking out a lot of information, and you're right. It looks like there's a very significant sex trafficking, human trafficking investigation underway, and it looks like it's coming out of the HSI Division of International Organized Crime, or something along those lines. So it looks pretty significant. Got 2 major search warrants, a lot of process around those search warrants, a lot of kitted out tactical people raiding those 2 locations. So it looks like a lot of drama around all this. And there's enough probable cause, because you don't get search warrants without strong probable cause, that there is at least a human trafficking, sex trafficking ring at work here.
And explain that to us, if you would, Chris, because I know we have talked about, Jonathan just talked about the fact that there have been a number of lawsuits brought against Sean Combs, women alleging that he drugged them. And
Watch this. We're going to read the statement from Diddy's attorney, because we've been hearing some things going on in the news, regarding Diddy and things like that. But to send a tactical SWAT team, with the media already there, this is a straight setup ambush.
That's what we're saying. We already know. We don't know what the brother's guilty of, or if he didn't do it or whatever.
Right.
We don't really know that. But we do know that the difference in the treatment of how we treat it is way different than Esau. And we're going to see that.
Statement from Diddy's attorney.
Just read that.
Yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residence.
Right, we saw the whole tactical SWAT team. Like, this dude is some ex-Delta Force trained assassin. We talking about Puff Daddy. Come on.
There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name.
Right. We don't know if he's innocent, but I want to show this. Pull up that article, that Lipstick Alley. Let's see the rabbi that abducted. Now, he abducted 30 women. This is all that stuff about Diddy is speculation.
Accusations. That's what I'm saying. That's accusations.
And don't forget about the other accusations from the prince.
Hey,
I want the Lipstick Alley because I need them to see this demon.
Hey, you know one thing I want to add before we get it, though, is that a lot of times as celebrities, when you stop playing ball, that's when they send the goons after you. So we don't know if he actually did anything or not. But one thing I do know, if you don't go with the program, you get off script, that's when they're going to send the goons after
you. Jerusalem rabbi sentenced to community service for enslaving 50 women plus uncounted children. House of Horrors rabbi takes cushy deal after pleading guilty to enslaving 30 women, reports. A Jerusalem rabbi accused of enslaving 30 women in a cult-like home dubbed the House of Horrors has pleaded guilty to lesser charges in return for a lax sentence of community service and cash compensation to his victims, according to reports. Aaron Ramadi had been charged with enslavement, minor assault, and obstruction of justice, among other charges, but reached a plea agreement for holding people in conditions akin to slavery, according to Ynet News.
So where the hell was the SWAT team? Do we got a picture of this demon? Look how he was apprehended. I want you to see this. This guy is smiling with his own, I forget what they call their own police up there in New York. The Chandra or something like that. But anyway, look at this guy smiling. Where's the tactical unit? He abducted and kidnapped. They was held in a hostage situation. You would think the SWAT team would show up if they got 30 hostages. Yeah. This is wicked as hell. Give me Habakkuk 1 and 4.
The devil.
Watch this.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 4.
Come on.
Therefore the law is slack.
Come on.
And judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous.
So that's why the judgment and the law is slack, because the wicked are in control. Come on.
Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
So we looking at wrong judges. This thing was a setup. Again, we don't know if the brother guilty or not, but they had the camera team there already. That's letting you know that was premeditated to do this. More than likely, it's a distraction from what the hell is going on in this country. But give me Job 9:24. Understand that we on their head. We not the prophets of God not going for the okie doke, man.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
This is why judgment and justice never go forth, because this demon is in charge with his 3-tiered justice system. Read that.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The what?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Somebody might be confused about who runs the earth. Come on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Pull up, just type in Christ on Google and hit images, because people get dumb. Who did this? Read it again from the top.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So our people might be confused about, well, the Chinese man coming up. I don't know who running the earth. Come on.
Those people.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Pull up the image. Just type in Christ and hit images and pull it up. Read it again. He does what?
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Christ, according to the scriptures, is a dark-skinned man with white woolly hair, according to Revelations 1-14. So if you just so happen to be confused about who's running the world, read it again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Come on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
That's the white man. Come on.
If not, where and who is he?
If it ain't him, then where and who is it? Scroll up. Let's see if we see Jackie Chan represented as Christ. We're just scrolling. Do I see Ahmed Muhammad on there?
Boy, no way, boy.
I see a whole bunch of Edomites.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Y'all want to pull out something? I know we ran out of time. You know, we started a little late, but we really wanted to get into it. But we wanted to show you all. Go ahead, finish.
It was still a good show. Still a good show.
Right.
Still a good show exposing Esau and his lies.
Right, and we want y'all to take out. Don't get pulled the old banana in the tailpipe with this Puff Daddy stuff.
Yeah.
You got the rabbi abducting 30 women. You got who's the other one? Smoley.
Yeah, we got plenty of examples. Look at what they did to Bill Cosby.
Right.
You know what I mean? How they ran him through the mud, bringing up all these people. They always going to try to heap all of this stuff on our images to keep our images down.
Right.
And then when they in the wrong, it's all undercover. You know, nothing about Harvey Weinstein, Epstein.
What's going on with Epstein? Why wasn't no raid on the island?
Yeah, wasn't nothing. Nobody really raided him like that. The list, they still ain't even released all the names that he was with.
And it don't matter because you could be a sister. They attacking Candace Owens. They don't just get brothers.
Nah.
Understand that thing, man.
Can we get the definition of scapegoat just to show the people what's going on?
Yeah,
Just real quick.
scapegoat.
Yep.
Because that's all there is, a scapegoat and a distraction, giving cover fire, probably take the attention off Joe Biden and all the blunders going on in America.
Yep. That's it. So scapegoat, a person who is blamed for the wrongdoing, mistakes, or faults of others. Can you blow it up? Especially for reasons of expediency. Scroll down, synonyms. So basically the fall guy, Aunt Sally, Patsy.
The Patsy.
The
CIA always got them good old Patsies, the Manchurian candidates.
Yep.
But go ahead, Officer Phoenix, close us out.
Hey, support the show. Make sure y'all tune in next week, 6:30. Every Tuesday at 6:30. Truth Be Told will be broadcasting. Also, make sure y'all let the IT team know, you know what I'm saying, how they did this show. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. Scan the QR code, let them know how they did. Hey, make sure that we also support the mission with sending the troops across seas, sending the leadership across seas so they can bring forth this truth to the four corners of the earth. Make sure y'all support the Booster Club. Y'all got the meme for the Booster Club? Put that up. Put that up. Booster Club. Hey, put the video up then. Let's make sure we support the Booster Club. Make sure y'all support the Booster Club. Hey, y'all see that? IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org. Make sure y'all donate via PayPal. IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org. Make sure y'all support. We need y'all assistance. But with that, hey, make sure y'all tune in. Hey, if y'all want to support the IUIC DC Truth Be Told show, donate to via PayPal, IUIC.DC at IsraelUnite.org. Donate to make the show better, baby. Shalom, fam.
Shalom. Most High in Christ.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Shalom. Most High in Christ bless.